Welcome back.
Hey, we got a surprise guest.
Welcome.
Another one.
Yep.
They just kind of wander in here like after 10 o'clock at night on Thursday. I don't know how.
It's fortunate for them.
Yeah.
It's fortunate for us. We like to meet new
And they're
people.
all sober, I will say that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. This is Ryan Higgins.
Yes.
Yeah, welcome, Ryan.
Thank you.
And he's running for the 99th, 98th district, the new 98th district.
New 98th district. It's the municipalities of like Valley Park, Fenton, Twin Oaks, and a little bit of Baldwin and Manchester.
And parental voice in education. We've been talking about education earlier, constitutional beliefs, community safety, and middle-class relief. Tell us a little bit first about middle-class relief.
Sure, absolutely. Well, I mean, what we're experiencing now is 40-year inflation highs.
True.
Whatever we can do at the state level to keep some more money in our constituents' pockets is important. So I think there's
We lost something. Phil.
He's there.
Yeah, now he's there.
Okay.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
here, okay. Yeah. So, I mean, I think there's definitely
Just lean in a little bit, my man.
definitely things at the state level that we can be doing to, help with this inflation. Personal property taxes, one we're big on, at least reducing it as much as we can. I don't know if a lot of your listeners noticed, but their property tax bills doubled. Personal property tax bills doubled. It's just crazy. And, and reducing state income taxes would be huge. Anything we can do at the state level for tax relief or whatever it would take. I mean, people are hurting. The middle class is hurting. We need our middle class. So,
True. What do you do now?
I'm a teacher, getting ready to finish my 9th year as a teacher. So, I'm mostly history teacher, middle school history teacher.
Okay. What do you? Any particular? You want to tell us what to add?
Sure. I teach for the Archdiocese of St. Louis.
Oh,
so
okay.
teach for one of
what
our
school?
Catholic schools here.
Yeah.
A school called Our Lady of Lourdes. It's in U City. So, yeah, I've been doing that for a while. Been at Lourdes for about 5 years. So.
That's great. Yeah, that's. And Megan is your treasurer. She is.
Yes, my lovely wife Megan is my treasurer. So we're new to the game. We kind of learn something new every day, and we go to lots of campaign events. And we've been starting our door to doors the last few weeks, and out meeting voters. And it's a new adventure for us. But she's unbelievably supportive, and couldn't do it without her. And of course, our little dog Jimmy as well. So
We noticed that.
yeah.
No, that is important. One of my favorite politicians. Jay Ashcroft, when he first went out for Secretary of State, he always was accompanied by his wife, and very personal person, and you've seen him and his support at the same time. So that's
for sure. My wife's a little bit shyer, so I know that sometimes it's hard for her, but she knows I love her, and I can't do it without her. So
good. Yeah.
So
She
Ryan,
listening?
why did you decide to do this?
Absolutely. It's something I wanted to do my whole life, and a lot of politics is timing and being at the right place in the right time. And this is a really good opportunity for us to take back this 98th House district. It's currently a Democrat district, but I think, a strong conservative like myself is ready to take charge here and take back the 98th from the Democrats for sure.
Well, there's a lot of things in your background that'll serve you well in the House. I mean, your education background, your religious background, your career background. That's kind of very impressive. We're not going to mention you're involved in a primary, so we need your support to show up in August.
Sure, absolutely. Actually, we don't have a primary, so
Oh, you don't?
No primary. There were a couple people, but they had dropped off in the last couple weeks of the filing process, and it's I'm the Republican candidate for the 98th House district. So we got a little lucky with that, which is good. But yes.
So is the Democrat, is that an incumbent or?
Not an incumbent. So the incumbent, right now it's the 99th district. As you know, there a lot of redistricting has taken place. Some of it's still not even taken care of.
Everybody's still confused, yeah.
I know. It seems like the House maps are taken care of, and it's now the 98th district. So we do have a Democrat opponent, someone who has been in the House before. I don't know if you want me to mention her name or not.
We don't need to mention them.
No, but we couldn't be more polar opposite, honestly, on everything. You name the issue. She's got the far left progressive idea about it, and we're pretty staunch conservative and pretty hard on our beliefs, and willing to stick to those for sure.
That's good to hear.
Anything you want to just tell the voters other than about?
Sure, absolutely. I mean,
campaign or?
One of our biggest issues is parental voice and education. That's become front and center here in the United States or the whole country, and definitely in our areas. Just making sure that parents feel comfortable getting involved. And, what did our Justice Department try and call them terrorists or something if they got involved? Making sure that they have the courage to step up. And I think we saw that with these school board races last month, at least in the western part of St. Louis. We elected some great school board candidates to the school board, and making sure that parents know what's going on in their son or daughter's classroom. I'm a history teacher, and making sure that things like the 1619 project, or not, I don't know.
Yes,
I know exactly.
we know, yeah.
Sure, absolutely. So, if we continue to raise generations of American students that have a bad view of our founding or our country, we're in trouble. So it's a huge important thing to me in my classes to make sure we're pro-American, and we've had ups and downs for sure. We should teach all of that, but I always tell my kids, there's always been somebody who's been an American who's been on the right side of history. Like we've always figured it out. Like we've had bumps, but we figure it out. That's been the great thing about us. If you look at world history, so many other countries, they got it wrong, and the United States does get it right. It might take some time, but we come out on the right side.
You have any events or any fundraisers coming up?
I do. Actually, 2 weeks from today, so that's the 19th of May, we are having our campaign kickoff event over at TJ Wings. It's a great local restaurant in Valley Park. And we're doing it from 6 to 8 p.m. on the 19th. Okay. And we're excited about that, hoping to get a big crowd out there if we can. And another thing, just randomly thinking of when I mentioned TJ Wings, is small businesses. My family owns a small business in Valley Park, and we've been there for like 30 years. And just making sure we protect our small businesses too, not letting big business run all over us. Our mom and pop shops are really important to me, and it's hard to run a small business. I don't think people understand just how difficult it is. So making sure that we have policy that protects them is a huge part of why I want to run as well.
Yeah, they've had enough trouble with the pandemic.
Oh, I know. And that's another thing. Part of our campaign is protecting our civil liberties. I really feel like progressives have a different idea of what civil liberties are to me. And our campaign really it's simple, but it's really focused on giving people a maximum amount of freedom that we can. Whatever we can do to support freedom policies is why I want to do less government. I'm not going into government to make more government. I would like to go into government to make less government.
Absolutely. If you would be so kind as to give us some information, put on our Facebook, Rick and Jasha, or just Rick Perry, give it to me for your events or your fundraisers.
Sure.
Megan needs some money to run your campaign. So
absolutely.
I'll come to your 2 weeks. I'll come and give you a little bit of money.
That would be fantastic. Absolutely.
Hey, where can people find you?
I'm on Facebook. It's Ryan Higgins for state representative. We also have HigginsForMissouri.com, and those are the two big ways to get a hold of us. Of course, if I meet you, I'll give you a card and has my number on it. I'm happy to talk to any voters anytime.
That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure. Thank you.